Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Humankind. So before we jump into the episode, a couple things to discuss. Some of these were brought up in the comments of the past two videos. Others were things that I noticed while editing those two videos. So first of all, that unit we lost in that battle, that was the named unit, the Spartans. The ones that, I think that was over here in Constantinople region. Somewhere around here, I think it was this area. That one unit who fought off all those guys and survived, so we named him the Spartans. Apparently, that was the rifleman or whatever he was. He wasn't a rifleman. I think he was a line infantry. That was the guy who died, and so we lost our only named unit. I think. I don't think we named anybody else in the campaign but him. So very, very sad that we lost him. Another thing that was brought up was this city here, that this is no longer just an outpost, which I planned to take it in the peace treaty. That's why I didn't send any units down here, because it wasn't a city at the time, but it is a city now. He turned it into a city. Now, we still have claims on that though, as you can see right here. That's this location, and so we're automatically going to demand all four of these, which would be this area here, this area over here, this area over here, oops, and then this area right here. I don't think that that is Stockholm though. I think he might have the rightful claim to Stockholm, because remember, he used to have a city here. So we'll automatically demand those four territories in the peace treaty, and you won't even be able to, not demand them, since you're, that's one of your grievances. And so we'll get those four, but I didn't see Stockholm in there. So with us occupying it, we will be able to demand it. But I don't know if we'll have the war score for it, and there's just no time to do anything else. Like, we're looking at, they got 2 more turns left, so there's nothing we can do about it right now in order to ensure that we get it. So hopefully we can. But one person brought up the fact that, we had this weird peace treaty where he was able to get all this territory that he really shouldn't have, because he didn't neighbor it, and he didn't occupy those cities. And somebody had brought up the fact that those were his demands, so maybe that's why he was able to get them. Now, I thought that even if you made a demand for something, in order to get it, you had to still follow the same rules. But I could be wrong. I'd always just assume that, and thus that was the way I played. If I had a demand for somewhere and I wanted it, I went and took it to make sure I could get it in the peace treaty. But maybe that's why that happened. Maybe that's why he was able to get so much, even though he probably didn't have the war score for all that, and why he was able to break the rules as if he had demands for all that. Perhaps, I don't know. I would think that it'd still have to follow the rules, but again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's how it works, and that's how he was able to get all that. Still, though, it's ridiculous, and it's not a good system. I would say that this is a horrible system, even if that is the way it's supposed to work. I don't like it. I think they need to change that, but maybe that explains it. I don't know. Now, another thing, because this is going to cost demands, and I don't really want all these cities. I mean, we're about to gain 3 cities from him if we're able to get all of them, and that's going to put us 4 over the cap, which is going to result in us not having much influence, which is not a good time for this. And so we really should have destroyed this one. One, because we don't want it as a city, and 2, because I'm worried about the war score points. But I don't think we're going to have time to do that, guys. I can try. I'll move an army over there, a little unit. He's probably not going to be able to do it on his own, in enough time, because we're looking at 2 turns, and he can't even get over there until two turns. Now, I don't know where we put that one army. Oh, they're right here in Stockholm, aren't they? What is the combat strength here? We could try and send another fast unit over there, because I don't think these guys would get there in any kind of quick time here. I mean, yeah, we're talking about six turns or so to get over there. Yeah, 6 turns for a slower unit. Maybe if you take this cav unit, maybe he can get there a little bit faster, but yeah, even that's going to be less than the 2 turns, so yeah, there's really no point. We can try and do it with this unit, see if we can do it in 1 turn. I highly doubt it though. So it's probably too late to destroy the city, but we really should have. Now, the last thing to be brought up is I'm redirecting this army, guys. So we're going to go out this way, and we don't want... Why is that quicker? That's strange that that's quicker, isn't it? Huh. Yeah, it's saying this is the quickest route, going up this way. Yeah, it looks like taking the railroads are just so quick that it would be quicker to go on the railroads. So that's what we'll do, because we're going to be redirecting this over to here, guys. And I guess the way we'll do it is we'll just have them come... I don't know what this is going to look like here for right now, so... Does she have railroads? She does not, I don't think. So we'll just have them move right here until we know what the situation, oops, not right there, right here. Until we know what the situation's gonna look like, because what we ought to do, if we can keep him in the war long enough, Brazil, is to come over here and attack him in his capital. Where I'm not sure, there's his capital right there. And so the quickest way to that would not be this way, it would actually be this way. And so we'd want to send a fleet over there to help them, which we happen to have one right here. And so we'll send them up that way as well. We'll get them like selling up here. I don't know how many turns this is going to take compared to how many turns that one unit was going to take. But yeah, if we really want to stop them from winning, particularly from ending the game quickly, early, before the 21 turns, then we need to hit him in his most, probably richest locations, which would be the capital in this area here, rather than coming up from this direction. It's just going to take so much longer. And these cities aren't as good. And there's not going to be enough time or enough war score to do it. So, or war support of his. So we're going to attack from that way. So let's go to end our turn. Just wanted to go over those things, those ideas. I don't know how well they'll work out, or if we'll be able to do them or not. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to try and invade right here, guys, and hit his city. Now, I don't know where we're going to land just yet. It's snowing up here. It's all the way up in the north. Do we have anything that's really up in the north like that and gets snow? I mean, up here obviously is. Yeah, but I guess none of our other territory does. We got the aerial warfare research. Excellent. That's going to let us access our aluminum. Going to get us those airports, the monoplane fighters, and the strategic bombers. So the next thing we're going to get, we do need influence, and we need to get quick techs. So that would be helpful. But I also kind of want tanks, guys. Because tanks, you don't need it in any other reason, do you? So I might go for that one, but we do need to start working on these quicker techs. That is something to consider. Yeah, I think you could make an argument to go for some of these one-tech ones, although now they take 2 turns. Mercantilism, that's a one-tech one. So that we can try and get those science stars, we got to get them at some point. And we can't even afford to upgrade all the current units that we have. So I think what we're going to do is just get anything that takes one turn to get. Not that we need it, but just to try and get the stars, guys. Because we only need one more scientist star, or excuse me, one more tech to get a scientist star. And that will only be our first one, I think, yeah. And this is where we get the most fame from. So we really need to start knocking out techs. Because it's not based on how long it takes to get the tech. It's just based on number of techs. So it makes sense to get the quicker ones here at the end. And how much are we going to be able to implement those ideas? I couldn't even tell you. These guys could come down here and attempt to do something here. Like maybe even ransack something. That would be kind of a pain in the butt if we took it from them, then we'd have to rebuild it. Or we could advance into his territory. That's way over here. That is a distance, guys. So instead of going that way, what we're going to do is come down here. I guess we wouldn't have any time to do it, but we'd have to at the very least destroy this location. And you could do it with the elephant, but it'd take longer, so we're losing influence. And we have railroads all through here, so we can get here really quick. So might as well go ahead and move these units over here with the hope that nothing happens over here. Now I could have sent a unit here to help protect it, but I really don't think he's going to attack there. I kind of feel like he's most likely distracted with other concerns. Yeah, we could go in here. These guys would get here in time, and we could ransack like a district to try and keep them in the war longer. Let me see if it's even worth it. Because again, I'm trying to destroy this city here to reduce the war score. And to ensure that we're not sitting too far over the city cap. It'd be 10 turns with just one unit. So that's essentially impossible. And because he's losing 8 per turn, I really don't think... Oh, did we get attacked over here? Or did we attack him? I don't know. But it looks like we've got a battle here. Yeah, he attacked us. These are those rebels. So he did attack us despite the fact that we're stronger. That means our cav unit was not able to get away over there. Because he will lose his turn here. It seems like there's really no point, guys, on even trying to do that. But let's go and do this manual battle. Sucks we gotta spend time destroying this guy. But he does have like all of our technology. And so we really don't want to lose units. So let's make sure we fight it out. As far as where we're deploying, we actually have some territory within the walls. Not a lot. But it would make sense. I mean, he can grab the flag though, so you have to defend this territory. But it would make sense to set up like the artillery units, you know, the vulnerable units within the walls here. And as far as our like units that are actually going to get hit, you want them up here. So who all do we have? You clearly want the rifles out here. The horse guy, probably want to keep him over here, I suppose. And then put the other rifle guy over here. Yeah, and then put the line infantry in this location. And that looks pretty solid, guys. Yeah, I like that. He has to attack uphill, with the exception of this one location is the only place he doesn't have to attack uphill or attack from the walls. So overall, this is a pretty good situation. Plus, we can hit him with the artillery. Now, he'll get to hit us first, and he does have all range units. So this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt, guys. He'll likely do some damage. He will not be able to concentrate his fire, though, so he's not going to be able to kill anybody. And in fact, it looks like he didn't do that much damage. Not at all. Okay, so that went well for us. Now, these guys are in the forest, so that helps. And they all have the dug-in bonus as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and fire back, and we'll be concentrating our fire. In fact, we'll probably come up behind them. We'll leave the cover of the walls to make sure we can get this guy killed.
There they are.
Although, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if these two can do it alone. I don't think so. I think we're going to have to... Oh, they did it. Never mind. I was going to say that we might have to fire with somebody else. Alright, so we'll hit... These guys have tree cover, so they're getting the +4 that's going to basically nullify our high ground. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, so we're not doing quite as much damage as we would be able to do. Okay. And then this guy I don't think can come out and fire on anybody. Oh, he can get all the way over here. Okay, so yeah, we'll just bring everybody out. I just wanted him in there for the defense. But at this point, we just want to get these guys killed. We don't want to give them another chance to fire on us. If we can avoid it, it looks like that guy will get the fire again. And in fact, there's going to be a few units that get the fire again. Because I don't think the artillery is going to take anybody out. Yeah, he's not going to do a lot of damage. I guess you can kill that guy, and it's probably the best way to do it, honestly. Because, yeah, you're not going to do a ton of damage against those guys. So just take that one out. And he's going to stay up here. Alright, so we'll just end our round. And they'll get the fire on us again. They're going to weaken this unit a bit. Oh, no, they fired on that one. Again, the AI just... That's the one thing I feel like they don't have down, the AI. Is that they... I wonder why you can't hit him from here. You really ought to be able to hit him from here. That's strange, right? I'm going here. I know it's saying we can't hit him, but why? Huh. That's interesting. I'm not entirely sure what's blocking him. Maybe the trees? Maybe you gotta be right next to him to hit him from when he's in the trees? I don't know. But yeah, that was the one thing I would say that the AI has not nailed down yet. Is focusing their fire. They do not focus their fire on one unit enough. They sometimes do it. But if they did it more often, they would perform much better in these battles. So we killed those guys. So again, it would take far too long to get over here. There's no way that even with ransacking districts that we would be able to delay it enough. Because I think we have to ransack like 2 districts just to give them another turn. So I mean, that's pretty much impossible. I don't think there's really a way to get it destroyed, honestly. So I think we might as well just quit on that effort. And instead, I guess you have him there to set the outpost up. I don't even know what to do with these guys right now. You might need to do something over here. Yeah, it's a possibility, so we'll just move over here. Like, if we're not able to get all this territory, then it would be an outpost, and we'd want to go destroy it real quick. And then, yeah, I guess he'll just sit here. There's really not much to do, because you're not getting anything ransacked in time. Yeah, that's a shame. It is what it is, though. Yeah, I was going to use the elephant down here to try ransacking, but that's clearly not going to be an option. Doesn't look like he would be able to reach any districts anyway. He might not even have any districts besides these here, which I don't really want to ransack those, because then we got to pay to build them. So with these guys here, we're attempting to destroy this city here. I think that's the best thing to do with this. So yeah, we're going to try and ransack the main plaza. I don't know how long that's going to take. Only 3 turns here when you have a big old army like this. Going to get a lot of money from it. So we're going to ransack the main plaza and get rid of this city. Well, this army here, I was going to have them go attack over that way, but we might just go ahead and ransack something while he's doing the main city there. We want to keep them in the war, so one thing to consider is these guys are going to probably ransack slower. I don't know. At the same speed. Because what I'm hoping is that you ransack something, and then it's going to, increase his war support and keep him in the war longer. But what do we want to ransack? It's not anything that we're going to use. Like, a lot of this stuff is things that we probably want to use for ourselves. So it's got to be something that I don't care about. Like maybe a maker's quarter or something. Can't even see what this is. Yeah, let's ransack that maker's quarter. Why not? It's close to these guys too. So we'll ransack those. See if we can get it done in time. And this guy can just skip his turn till the rest of the army gets over here. And then these guys here, I doubt there's anything to go after here, but they can ransack. So let's do that. There was a harbor somewhere, but it looks like we can't get to it. I don't know if we'll be able to ransack it in time, but what we could do is just ransack that location. If we can't, it might take them 3 turns as well. So New Cairo has finished up with that elephant. Could have them help out with the Sydney Opera House, which we do need to get done as soon as possible because there's not a lot of turns left. But we also need more money. We always need more money, guys. We do have these 2 new buildings available to us, which we have the Aerodome, which is basically an air unit spawn. It's fortified, and your air units can be there. You also have the airport, where this gives you some additional benefits, plus 5 money per adjacent market quarter, and you can do air trade routes. When we were looking at trade routes before, the 2 options were a maritime route, a sea route, or a land route. So those were the 2 that we had available. We can also do air trade routes once we have the airport open up, and then you can do an air trade route for any of the goods that are located in that city's territories. So that doesn't really help us out a lot, I suppose, because that helps other people who are trading for our resources. But you do get the money. So that's helpful. And of course, you can deploy your air units there, which we don't have right now. But we can get them constructed, I think, once we have the aluminum. I think what we're going to do, guys, is just get this finished up, this Sydney Opera House. I don't know how much of a difference we'll make. We took off 2 turns. It's helpful, guys. Because remember, that's gives us some very nice bonuses to any city which has high stability like this one does. So I think that'll be useful. We do have 8,500 gold, which we could use. Oh, wait a minute. We got an army over here coming after our own territory. That's not good. We've already moved this unit, so we can't go after him. But he won't be able to... Well, he might be able to get up on that harbor. Okay, well, let's go ahead and... I want to keep him doing that. Let's see where he goes. We might move this fleet over there to attack him. Do we have that other fleet too far away? Yeah, they're way over here right now. I do want an escort. What we might do is bring this guy over here now, though. Next turn. To try and battle those guys. We'll see what happens. They might just get onto the land. Because they can't get on the land without a harbor. But there's a harbor like right there. It's not that far away. So we'll see what they do. Because that would control... Yep. Oh, wait a minute. They're able to just get on land anyway. But they're not on land. I think they might be too far away to attack, though. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see, guys. The Brazilians are also about to lose. That's why we're trying to ransack that area. But, yeah, this is overall not good. Is there anything we can get in 1 turn here? Looks like that's a no. I'm not going to work on the 2-turned ones if they don't really give us any benefit. Because that's 2 turns we spent on it. And there's just so much other stuff to get, guys. So many other things. Could go for the uranium and get a nuclear doctrine. And then, of course, this is a similar mechanic to what we've seen for the aluminum one, which is right here, the power lines, which we should probably get first, I think. Or the coal one. The coal one did the same thing. And then you get nuclear submarines as well. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, guys. Get this aluminum smelting. And that'll also let you get a dam. So we'll get that. That'll be 3 turns. We did get another science star here. And so that has moved us up by a little bit. We're still pretty far behind, guys. Still pretty far behind. So we want to take a look if we can attack that fleet. If either of these ships can reach. I highly doubt it. I think they're going to be just out of reach, unfortunately. Both of them. Yeah, they're both really close, but not going to work. So I imagine he's going to try and get back onto land, and he's probably going to want to assault this here. Question is, should we continue doing this here? I feel like this is not going to make up for him leaving the war. How much are we defeating him by? Probably a lot. -8. So I don't think that's going to make a big enough of a difference. He's still going to lose. In 2 turns, he'll be down by 16. And so, yeah, he's already lost. So we're going to stop this ransacking and go to vendor our territory. Because, yeah, I don't want him attacking here and doing a siege and perhaps taking it back. I mean, we don't have a lot of fortification here. So I assume he'd take the city back from us. And that would not be good. So we already have that fleet moving over there instead of ransacking. So this fleet can go back to what they were doing, which of course was to escort these units that are coming over here. This guy, let's just put him back up here since we weren't able to ransack that city. Did he lose this turn? I want to say he lost this turn. Yeah, he lost this turn. So we'll do that here in a minute. Let's go through all this stuff first. These guys are already moving. Oh, okay, yeah, that's them. We want them to come up over here. So that's going to be 5 turns. Good God. I mean, the war will be over by then with the Brazilians. So this is more for next war, I suppose, which is going to be essentially as soon as we're able to. So as far as what we can get, not a lot because of all the demands we're already making. Yeah, we're already making quite a few demands here. Now, I'm not sure which one this is. Oh, okay, so that's his capital. So we don't want that. We want Stockholm. And that's probably all we're going to be able to get, and I don't think there's anything else to get. And we couldn't make him a vassal, just not enough points. But basically, we get everything he took from us due to the demands. And then we also get this location here. So we're getting quite a bit, but remember, look at the difference between the wars. On this one, we've taken 2 cities from him. In his war, where he got all that stuff, he had done nothing to us. So that's the problem with the way I look at it. Even if it is demands that let you get whatever you want, even if it doesn't border you or you don't occupy it, which again, I don't think makes any sense, but let's just say that that's the way the mechanic works. Even then, he should not have been able to get that much, considering that this is all we can get after taking 2 cities. It's just, again, I think the problem here is that you get war score from how much war score you had when you started the war, or when the war started. So you see, we're getting plus 26 from war support when the war started. That's what our war support was when we started it, plus 26. In the last war, he had a plus 100. So that alone lets him take stuff just because he had a war support. So again, a very silly mechanic that I don't really like the way they did it. I think it needs some refining, but I don't know. We'll see if they see it as a problem. But with that, we have gotten back... Oh, we didn't get that one. I thought I asked for that. Apparently not. Okay. Yeah, I thought we asked for that. That's kind of a bummer. Now I really wish we had destroyed it. Okay. We'll likely have to go to war with him again, just because. We won't be able to go through his territory, so we need to redirect this guy. So basically, from 2 wars, we got nothing. We got our territory back that he took from us, and an inconvenience, because we have to destroy this city over here. We're now 3 cities over the limit, thus increasing... or excuse me, decreasing the amount of influence that we're getting. And I think we will go ahead and destroy this city, guys. We'll use any population there, I guess, to build units. So I don't think we actually need units. Let me see how much they have. Well, they only have 5. So I guess you could build a unit while it take whatever time it takes to get over here, because ransacking this would only take 1 turn. So probably just ransack it. It's not like population is a major issue for us anyways. So I would just ransack it and build a new location. I don't want a city right here. There's nothing even to attach to. I guess you can go get that uranium down there, but yeah, this is not the best way to do this, guys. We didn't have a city there for a reason. And plus, we're over the cap, and influence is still important. Yeah, it's not something we want to waste. So we got all this territory back. No problem here. We could go and start attaching territories now with the influence we have. Though, if we were going to get that civic, then now would be the time. But we are also using money for other things as well. So how much does this cost? It's going to be 5,110 points. So what you could do is use some influence to attach some territory here, though of course you do have to build the outposts here, but we could do that with money. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and get some territories attached. So Stockholm currently has 3, and so you can get one probably for fairly cheap. Yeah, that's not too bad. Now this one would easily be the most profitable one. How much would it cost to put the saltpeter on before we did this, though? I'm surprised we haven't done that. I guess influence has been so short. It'd probably just be better to build it. Yeah, I think we're just going to build it. I don't know that we need another saltpeter, but yeah, we might. I don't know. We're just going to attach it, guys, and we'll construct that. So let's go and attach Nash, and eventually we want to attach this one as well. It's not as profitable one, so we'll attach this one first. To Stockholm. We have more points to attach, but there are other options as well. So like this one here has not been attached anywhere, and it's a great one. So I think we should go ahead and attach that to Bangkok now. And we'll have to attach this one too. So that's something to consider as well, but we can always use money for that. That might result in, yeah, we'll have to wait one more turn now. That's fine. Before we take that Civic. And so these guys here, these are our defensive force. So we'll probably just want to put them back over here. We already have somebody to set up an outpost there and can't attack him yet. We probably won't have any demands to make. So I expect it's going to be very slow going, getting the points to declare war again. So we're just going to put them in their rail station here. And then Cairo has finished up the Research Institute. Excellent. Now we could help out with this here. However, I want to get that aluminum mine going. So let's do that. Since we are getting a tech that's going to make every aluminum resource quite useful. Very useful. So here in Stockholm, which we finally got back. Good God, guys. We're going to go ahead and get the saltpeter mine. Get that constructing. And then over here, again, there's really no point on building anything unless you can do it in one turn. They can clear ruins here. Oh, all this turned into ruins? I think this was all ruins anyway. Yeah, that was all ruins before. So unless you can get something in one turn, there's no point on getting it. So pretty much just clear ruins. It seems like that's the only option for us. So I think that's what we'll do. Might as well. As far as what ruin you'd want to clear, I guess the one that's closest to the city. It doesn't really matter, honestly. We're just doing it just to have them do something. All right, so they'll work on that. Let's go ahead and end our turn. And then we'll have to see what he does with this army here. He is on land. He's going up this way. Not sure what the hell he's doing, honestly. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing there.
Executing your first ransack is not very friendly.
And again, this is so broken here. It says that every single time we do a ransack. And so I think what we're going to do is go ahead and get that Civic, and then we have so much money now, we can use the money to set up outposts. Now, I know that this is going to be requiring money for a lot of things, guys. I mean, we're talking about requiring money for, you know, obviously all the stuff we're using influence for, setting up outposts, attaching cities, promoting an outpost to a city might cost money. I'm not sure if that'll move to money or if that'll be influence still. And then all of our units that need to be upgraded, that costs money. And so you can see how this is going to be very costly, but look at the difference in influence to money, guys. I mean, it's 7 times more almost. So there's a reason why we're doing it this time. Something that I've already done once before and regretted doing. So we're going to go ahead and do it here. We'll get it immediately, which is excellent. The Zulu forgave that we stole their natural wonder. We do have the outpost set up over here, and thus we can now attach it. I did use influence for that. Probably should have went ahead and got the Civic first, because now we can't. So we're going to have to wait several more turns. My bad, guys. I don't even know what I was thinking. Yeah, that's a real bummer. Can we at least attach it? Yeah, we're just going to go and attach it now, and then we'll have to... Yeah, this is a real shame, because we have so few turns right now. But we did increase the influence gain. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to get that Civic. My bad, guys. That's a huge mistake, considering that we only have 18 turns left. Yeah, that's big. All right, well, is what it is, guys. So we're going to want to get that aluminum now. So let's go ahead and stop building the Sydney house here. We can start in a little bit. Let's get the aluminum first. After we finish this, we can do it. And we could even rush this so that we can try and get that Sydney Opera House done sooner. Actually, let's go and do that. We'll rush it. We have the money. And we'll continue working on that, because that did take off 2 turns. So it's important. And we're about to get this in 1 turn. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to get the Civic, guys. That was a big old mistake. My bad. Yeah, I meant to get the Civic and then use money for all that. But again, not much to be done about it now. So, still getting this city here destroyed. We'll have it done in one turn. We can attack this way, which results in fairly unfavorable ground for us. We do have the forest, though, so that will negate the high ground that he'll have in some locations. And we have the walls over there. And we have double the strength. Although it seems like we're getting somebody else in this battle. Yeah, we're pulling in several armies, it looks like. Alright, I don't exactly want to pull that army. I don't think that'll stop their ransacking, but it could. And that would be problematic, because it doesn't look like the fleet's in. So we want to make sure that they get pulled in to help us out in this battle. We'll see how much that changes things, yeah. So why not destroy this army, though? We're about to knock them out of the war again, guys. It just kind of sucks. Yeah, if we do this battle, doesn't that knock them out of the war? Like now, before we even get... That'll be 18. That'll be next turn, though. So we'll be able to destroy this, but yeah. It is what it is, guys. Yeah, it's a real shame. And he retreated anyway, so I suppose it doesn't matter. We can go chasing him, but... Yeah. Not exactly how I wanted this war to go down. We really haven't been able to do much. We just reduced his war score by so much. So yeah, it's just kind of difficult for us to do anything. Now, I think we had... Somewhere we had a samurai that needed to be upgraded. We did get that battleship done. Alright, excellent. I want them to join this fleet here. We actually have too many ships here now. So this is what we're going to do. Let's just stop them for a second. Or maybe not. I'll have them go that way for right now. And then have this guy go join them. And all this is going to be in preparation for the last and final war with the Brazilians, which will be, right after this one's done with. Here, obviously, we just have to probably just station them, actually. I guess we'll bring them back up. And we never ransacked any districts, so that's not going to increase his war support. So, unfortunately, he is going to be out of the war soon. Not how I wanted things to go down, but it looks like that stopped the ransacking during the war. Wow. Okay, we can continue doing it. It saved the progress. All right, excellent. I was worried that that would stop the ransacking, and it did. We do have a source of uranium here. I don't know if we had seen that before. So they did have one resource here in Cairo. Oh, nope, that's not even in Cairo. That's right outside of Cairo. Okay. So, speaking of Cairo, they're done here. And again, I just feel like you have to get the research institutes because of how much you get from them. It's just so much. 242 there, that's the best one. However, this is our money area, but I guess it's fine putting it right here. Yeah, there's no reason not to put it here. Yeah, I'll put it right there. Again, that's all Cairo's going to be built until they finish it because it's just worth so much science. We did finish up the saltpeter mine here. Could have them do the Sydney Opera House. Their production is not bad considering everything. And it's all the, all the different districts they have. They don't have any stability, so you can't build any districts. Now that's slowly going to be increasing. We might see another rebellion over here, guys. It only increases by 5% per turn. So there's only so much you can do here. And so what you might want to do is get rid of some of the population so you have a smaller rebellion, or maybe not even have a rebellion. So I guess that's what we'd want to do. And I think we're going to do another siege artillery. Yeah, we'll do siege artillery. That's 2 turns, 2 pops. And it's helpful. Just get rid of some of that population there. And, this location's continuing having food issues.
See the sights, appreciate the local
There's really not much
and take anything
more than we can do about it besides what we're already doing. Losing some trade routes there.
Have a glass. Let's get to know each other.
So what is he wanting from? Oh, he just bought something from us. Okay. With no luxury resources to get from him, he does have plenty of strategic resources. And remember, some of these can be very profitable, like the coal. We should get the coal. That'll be worth its weight. Since we get the 1+ food, 1+ gold, 1+ production, so on all those districts for every source of coal we have. So lots of goodies that we get from that. We can try to propose another alliance. You can also do an open border agreement with him. Last time he wanted money, and we do have money this time.
So, tell me.
And remember, we get...
Closer?
What did he say?
I am angry, and this does little to appease me.
No, he doesn't like it.
I'm not sure what.
It looks like that actually
Good idea.
gave us a grievance that we're going to not use. So he's not okay with that. Can't propose this, but that's going to cost us influence. Yeah, I'm so unsure why he's so hesitant about allying with us. We're clearly friends. We're meant to be friends. So yeah, the war ended, guys. Did we get the city destroyed? We did. Alright, so at least we did that. We took one of his cities, and then we can set up an outpost here. Though one problem is can't set up that outpost until after we get that civic, which is 3 turns away, maybe 2. At least we don't have to worry about this army here. We have to get the hell out of our territory. Yeah. Kind of a bummer. As far as what we're going to get out of this war, I think we're just going to get this here. We can also take his... I think we have a claim for that, so we have to take that. And I'm okay with having another city, I suppose. It's kind of a bummer. It's going to slow down our influence game a bit. But we'd also want to take these here. Let's take those pearls from him. As far as the resources up here, because we're not probably going to get all these territory here. Don't really need this one here, but you got to get it to connect it to here. We do want this one. There's some nice trade goods here. Yeah, I could see wanting to get that one. This one here, probably not as useful. But yeah, I definitely could see getting these and this one maybe, because this one has ebony as well. Yeah, get some ebony here. As far as this area, we really should have prioritized taking this city from him. I didn't realize how many goodies he had here. The coal and the aluminum particularly. Yeah, we should have took that one. Oh well, I moved the army over here. A little bit of a waste of time, but it is what it is, guys. So what we're going to do now, since this is attached, let's go and have them join this army here. And we're going to have the whole army take off and move over to his territory, all in preparation for the next conflict. And we'll upgrade these guys, but we will wait to upgrade them until we're closer to the conflict. Let's get the whole army selected this time. And we're just going to put them right here for now. Okay, let's go and do this peace treaty. And so we are required to take certain things from them. As of right now, we get 4680 in reparations. That's no small amount. That's a good chunk there. As far as what we can take, obviously there's New World territory. I don't know if there's going to be any other options available. I don't think so. Yeah, because none of these are territories that border us up here. This is a city. And they don't border us. So you can't take that. We can take all of this here. So let's go ahead and just take a peek at all of our options. I mean, we already looked at that, so we know what we want. But I don't know the names of them. So that's that one. So the other option would be this one here. What's this one called? Oh, we're already demanding that one. Okay, so we're already getting that one. Remember with the demands, the warshore cost is less as well. So again, that kind of helped that guy out. He had claims on some of that territory, the Aztecs. But still, I felt like that you had to play by the rules still. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, that you still had to like border it. And then this one here is that one. Can we get both? Because if we can, we will take them both. We want to take everything we can from this guy. Yeah, we'll take both of these. There's really no reason not to. They're already attached to the city, so it doesn't cost you. Although it looks like I might have just selected the wrong one. That's this one here. We don't want this one. We want this one. Don't have enough to get any more territory, so we'll just get 600 in reparations. We did hurt them. We hurt them, guys. But not enough. Not anywhere near enough. But that did give us some more stars. We got the expansionist star. And it felt like we didn't get much points from that. Doesn't it feel like we barely get any points from these? I know that we're getting them obviously, but it just feels like we're not making a whole lot of movement there. So he's making claims immediately here on that territory we just took from him. Not surprising, he expects it back. Could run over here and grab this outpost from him. I'm sending an army over there anyways, so I mean, I guess we were sending him. I don't know what I was doing. I was sending this guy over here. That doesn't make sense since all this territory is ours now. So that's the place we want to go. So let's go over here then. Yeah, we'll come over here. Although it might be better to go that way. If we even can. If he doesn't turn it into a city or attach it to this one. Which is what I assume he would do. Alright, so this guy's ready here, but we're not spending any more influence, so let's just station him here for now. And then they're coming over here to meet this army here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to pull out one of these steam frigates. We need a powerful fleet if we're going to go into his home territory. Because I just assume he's going to have a nice sized fleet over there protecting his capital. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he'll not protect it properly. I guess it wouldn't be surprising. And we'll just have this guy come over here to this harbor here. Or I guess the harbor's right there. Right there. But yeah, I mean, we hit him hard, but it doesn't matter. I mean, he's still getting stars. He's at 10.1 thousand fame. So we're down right now by, 1,600 points, really? Yeah. So we're not even moving up quick enough. Bangkok just built a siege artillery. Oh, I didn't know I was building one already, so probably didn't need that in Stockholm, but whatever. We got another siege artillery. Could put it into this army, though they already have 2 siege artilleries. They don't really need another one, do they? We do need another unit over here to replace what they lost. Yeah, for the next war. Why not? And if he moves out of our territory, which he has to, or he'll start losing influence, we'll attack him in this neutral territory. I think that'd be wise. As he tries to go across, so he might go up this way instead to avoid us. That would be, smart on his part. So these guys can go ahead and come over here and then join this army. And then what we want to do with this army is probably just move them up here in preparation for that attack. Yeah, we'll put them right here so that we can eventually upgrade that samurai unit. And so the elephant, or excuse me, the artillery unit is going over there. We have an elephant somewhere, don't we? Could have swore we had an elephant moving around somewhere. And then this fleet here, I suppose you can just keep on like floating around looking for somebody to attack. I could also get some more of these ships upgraded, get like another battleship. Probably should get another battleship, actually. It is very expensive. Should probably wait until there's actually a war to justify it, I suppose. Oops, did it again, guys. Alright, so we're just waiting for him to get over there so we can join. He's moving like so slow. There we go. So let's have him join there. These guys here are going to set up another outpost, so we don't want to do that yet. So let's just have them stationed here for now. And then we have 2 cities that need to be given assignments. Our new city here, which I suppose we'd keep. Why not have another New World city here? And it looks like it already has all this attached to it, so it's already a very powerful city. It is defiant to the cultural osmosis. I'll see what we can get here, guys. Let's just see what all our options are. Well, we already have all the resources taken advantage of, so don't have to get that. Could help them get the Sydney Opera House. Their production is not super high here. We're going to focus on food, although it doesn't look like we had the food problem here that I thought we would. Yeah, the food's not bad here, probably because all these districts attached. And then what we'll eventually want to do is detach some of these districts to give them some, because they only have the 1 district. I guess you're going to give them this one, though. Yeah, we're going to give them that one. There's a lot of stuff not constructed here, because this was that independent peoples, but we can get a lot of it in 1 turn. So I suppose you need to really start working on some of this infrastructure, because it's just not as good as it could be as a city. Now, it does have all these different districts here, so you at least have that. I suppose we should work on something for stability, though I assume... Oh yeah, it's already gone up to 100%. So I guess you don't really need the stability. So what would give us the most immediate benefit? They do earn a lot of production in food. Could get attacked again, so you can make the argument for that. Some of these take a long time to get, so maybe get like a production building eventually before you start working on those ones. We're good on food, so we don't need any of that. I feel like money, it's always money, guys. We're at 8,100, but that's still not going to be enough for how much we're going to be sinking into this. The influence, that's not going to make a big difference there. 4 plus influence, and it's 4 turns. So we'll do that. I think it should be something for money, guys. So let's do the 10% money. It's 20-something. You can get more from a district, but we can't build any districts because our stability is so low. This might be more beneficial, actually, because you get it in 1 turn. So we'll do that. Had to kind of look at all the options there, didn't I? Alright, well over here, could do another unit. Could also work on the Sydney Opera House. How are they doing on all our stats up there? Pretty good. Their production is stupidly high here. Which is a good thing. Very good thing. I'm kind of thinking we need to keep getting through these techs because we have to get the fame. 191 is not bad. You have to destroy that, wouldn't you? something. Oh, that's a ruin. That's where that previous city was. Okay, you put it there then. And we just got to get through these techs. I don't even know if we'll be able to get through enough. The next one requires 7 more techs, guys. Ugh. With the current amount of turns, man, we might be able to get that. But that's where you get all your fame, because that's what our specialty here is. But yeah, we're really cutting it close here, guys. I don't know, man. I think it might be too late. We'll see what the one war can do. But we're not going to be able to knock him out, which is what we kind of had to do in order to get the win. And since that's not going to happen, it does leave us more limited. Yeah, I want to get these techs here. I mean, these are all 2. That's not that bad. And you actually get something useful. Yeah, I suppose we'll go for these then. So we just knocked out power lines. That'll allow us to get a little bonus for every aluminum that we have. This will get us more slots for pops. Got the computing, 1+ lines on a regular district. I almost feel like computing is the way to go since we're trying to get science here. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, guys. I don't think anything's going to help us quite as much. You know, this would be a beneficial route to go as well. But that's 2 techs to really take advantage of it. The free trade agreement gets you a lot of money because you can reduce the cost of all your trade by 50%. But you also get a plus 2% money per oil and a plus 15% money just straight up if you got a bank built there. So that's a fantastic bonus. That would really help us out on our money. But we got to get 2 techs to get that. So probably not the way we're going to go. I think we're going to go ahead and do the computing. We got to get more science. That'll let us get the rest of the techs quicker. Which again, I'm trying to get those stars, guys. I don't know. I don't think we'll be able to do 3 stars there. But maybe 2. Maybe get that 2nd star. So that's the end of the turn. And we still got time left. Trying to make some progress here. Got 16 turns remaining. He's in our territory losing. And we could actually attack him while he's in our territory, which I would love to do. Yeah, why not? That would increase our war support faster. But getting the ships in would help. Make this an easier, less costly battle. You could also send in this army here. What we'll do is... Oh, we're not in our own territory. So you'd have to go in your own territory, upgrade, and then attack them. And this is actually a better situation as well, as far as terrain goes. I mean, I guess we don't have the walls anymore. He's on these rivers, which is not good for him. Although, you know what? I want to say rivers might only matter for melee damage. I could be wrong. Yeah, he'd be over here. This is not a bad situation for us. So what we want to do is get back into our territory here. Oh, damn it. I did it again, guys. Good God. Every time I try and upgrade a unit, or I do anything with a unit, I separate them and move them on its lonesome. Alright, so let's go and upgrade this guy just to make our army even more powerful. And it looks like we can't attack this turn, maybe because of that? Oh, we can. Okay. I was going to say, that'd be strange. And that's going to pull on that army too. This is going to be a ridiculously easy battle, and he just retreated. But the point here is to increase our war score. So we can declare war on him again as soon as possible. Remember, a surprise war requires the 20 war support. So he's going up a lot faster. He's going to have a lot of war support at the beginning of the war, but his war support is pretty irrelevant. We want it high. But yeah, we have to get this war started. Again, it's just racing to these wars. We did get another siege artillery. I don't know if the home army... we already looked at the home army. They could use another one. Why not? Nobody's going to attack us, but... why not? These guys already have 2. They're coming up over here. The fleet is going up to escort them. And then we'll go after his capital. We got these ships here. We'll just have them stationed there, I suppose. And then have them come up this way to escort this unit. And we'll get as close as we can. I don't think... You know what? We'd have to declare war on him to be able to get to that territory. I didn't think about that fact. But we might be able to easily do that by calling his bluff if he, like, refuse his demand.
For a time.
Yeah, maybe, like, refuse his demand. And then, he'll have to make a choice. And to give up his demands, which if he does, then we can try and trade with him. Or he'll declare war on us, which will be a favor war for us, and then we can also attack and invade his stuff. Now, I don't like fighting him. That's a distraction that we don't really need at this moment. Yeah. But we got to get through his territory at the same time, so, you know, got to make choices here. All right, so Stockholm still has low stability, so getting more units would make sense. Could get an aircraft carrier, but we still don't have any planes yet. We don't have... Well, we do have that resource. We just don't have an aerodrome district here. I don't know if this is the place we'd get it. I'm really worried about the rebellion here, honestly. Still a lot of turns left before they're up high enough, like 3 or 4 turns before we're safe from rebellion, just because it takes a while to get that. Now, let me see if this would... This doesn't even tick off a turn. I was going to say, if we could tick a turn off, we will. But yeah, that's not going to work. So yeah, I think we should probably just build units just to make sure that we don't have any issues here. Now, one thing to do to set up cities is, of course, to get settlers. And that's one way to set up a city without spending the influence and stuff. We just haven't been setting up cities. We've been setting up outposts. And the settler only starts cities. So that's why I haven't been using him. But I did want to mention that. I think I mentioned it earlier in the series, but it's been a while. Well, we could always do another elephant. They're awesome. I love the elephants. And they're like the best unit we have. And also they take a couple pops out. We'll get another elephant. Why not? Cairo's done with the construction of that research institute, and we just got to keep working on these. This is how we're quickening the research right now. You notice we're getting these texts a lot quicker. This is why. Because of Cairo. Cairo's doing it. Because Cairo's amazing. Do we get research on both of these? Just this one here. So probably build right around that area then. Yeah, maybe like right... I'll build it right there. Why not? Alright, so over here, they're still losing 1,000 food. Good God, like nothing I do is fixing the problem. However, we can start to get farmers' quarters now. Yeah, we can get farmers' quarters. Because they're no longer low stability. This is only 28 food, but remember you're also getting the 13 food here, so nothing's really going to get you more than that. Now they do have quite a few areas here, so the 1+ food would be helpful, but it's not going to be as much, guys. Now we could look at harbors. That's 31. It's not going to beat the farm when you count the farmer. So yeah, let's go and put a farm somewhere. Just the best location, which is right there. 1 turn, 47 food, plus the 13. That's 60 food, guys. You have to build a ton of them to fix their issues, though. But remember, every time we lose a pop, they need less food, so... And that's probably the only way we're ever going to solve that issue. So we finish up that food market over here for the money. Always trying to get more money. And yeah, these guys are actually good on food. How are they doing on science? Their science leaves a lot to be desired, honestly. They don't really have a lot of science districts, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have a whole lot of science districts. 2 train stations right next to each other. That's beyond stupid. Yeah, why did he build two train stations right next to each other? We'll have to ransack those. I mean, not that I care that much, but I'd prefer to have the train station over here so we can get to this territory quickly. I mean, the first one there is fine, I guess. I mean, it's not a good location, but... Is there a harbor around here? I guess it's fine to have one there, but we'll probably ransack that one. Did he ever add this? He did not. All right, we still have our army going over there. Let's get something selected here. I'm over here jabbering when we need to get something selected. So we could get a little bit of science there. Here, that's just 7. This here would be, 17. He has research quarters, I think, in this area. A few of them. But not enough to make that worth it. We do need influence. 4 ain't going to make a difference, but whatever. We'll get that. So, Bangkok, another research institute. You know what? Can we take? We cannot take off turns. Surprising. They have such a huge amount of production. Why is that not taking off any turns? Yeah, it's not taking any turns off. Just because it's so close to the end, I guess? Yeah, I suppose so. So, let's go and get something else then. Money would be helpful. If they can get a lot of it, anyways. Yeah, not really getting a whole lot. And we don't need production here because they're in a great position. This would be 33 science. But yeah, that's not even comparable. to that one district, but we can't get any more of those districts. Get 27 here, so if you wanted science, that would be the best way to go. Yeah, that'd clearly be the best way to go. I could also continue building units, though. Maybe we want to go ahead and get ourselves something for the planes. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I doubt we'll get to use them. It's going to be so late. But yeah, we could go ahead and get some planes here. We need the aerodome. And so as far as where we'd want it, I guess like here on the edge somewhere, maybe you could build them anywhere. They're one of those districts you can build anywhere. And I don't think there's like any adjacency bonuses or anything like that from what I'm seeing. I don't recall there being one. Yeah, it's just, you know, you're losing 10 stability, gaining 5 pollution. It's just a place to put your planes. So yeah, we'll just like put it right here, as close to this territory. You need another airbase here though, most likely. So yeah, we'll build that there. So it's gonna be 2 more turns, guys. Good God, 2 more turns before I can make up that mistake and get that damn Civic. Yeah, that's a real shame that I didn't do that before. It hit us kind of hard, but it is what it is. And we'll have a lot of money. And so I'm not going to spend it, even though we have a lot of stuff we could buy. And then as soon as we get that, we'll go ahead and just do as much as we possibly can, attaching districts, you know, settling new outposts. We have a bunch of, you know, units just sitting around in areas, just waiting to set these outposts up. Because we won't need the influence anymore, we could use them here. I can't do this now because we can't afford the 678. But yeah, we could add the aluminum there. And any other resources we haven't taken advantage of, we could use influence for that. Now that it won't be as big of an issue, or you could even attach them to a city and then use production. But yeah, that should help us out a lot. We get 1 more district, we get a builder star. I mean, just taking a look at the current situation where we're at, because we don't have a lot of turns left. We'll definitely, I think, get 1 more science star. It'll be close, but I think we'll get 1 more. We're not going to get a second one, you know, the 3rd total one. We're not going to get that, guys. The merchant star, I do believe we'll get that one, the next one. We'll probably get the 3rd one, too. With as much money as we're earning and we keep increasing that, I think we could get the 3rd one. It's a possibility. We got all the agrarian stars, no more possible agrarian stars. The population doesn't help us anymore. The expansionist, we should be able to get that when we connect all those territories. That's definitely more than 7 territories, I assume. So we should get the 2nd star. Probably not going to get the 3rd star though. Influence, we'll probably get the 2nd or the 1st star. We'll get the 1st star, but none beyond that. That's only 7-2 fame. That's going to help us out much. And this will be the 3rd and final builder star. We're still fighting for it. We're not giving up. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. Yeah, I feel like we got quite a bit done. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one. And thanks for watching.